Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage. Welcome back to episode 70 of Europa Universalis 4 as Spain. In the last video, we won our war against Great Britain. We took a fair bit of stuff from their colonies, as well as most of what Britain had, with the exception of the Falklands and the one remaining province, which is their capital in the British Isles, which is Marches. That was because it would have been 109% war score to vassalize them, so I couldn't do that. So I've chipped them down as much as I can. On the next war, whenever that will be, it will cost us 45%. So we should be able to do that. Yeah, the next war's going to be a little while away, though, because we took 99%. So 1753, and then we've got to be friends for 10 years before we can fully integrate them. We might be, they're only going to be small when we try to integrate them, so, and I don't think it takes into consideration the size of their colonial nations. So we might be able to pull it off okay. You guys don't need to be there anymore. You should be protecting trade in somewhere. Sevilla? Where's the other trade fleet, and what are they doing? You're protecting trade in Sevilla. Right, so you are the other trade fleet. So where did I have you protecting before? Was it the English chat? No, it was Genoa, wasn't it? No, couldn't have been. North Sea. Yeah, Sevilla has a lot. Getting protected in the Caribbean, actually. That's worth a lot of money. Right. Not that we need that, because we've got 10k in the bank, to be honest. And so, well, what do you do with 10k? Just build stuff everywhere that you haven't already built it, you know. Don't really need all of these buildings generate more money. We don't really need to generate more money. We've got plenty of that as it is. Get some more trade power. Again, that's probably enough. Keep a few thousand in the bank just because. Let's split you guys up before you start getting massive attrition. So yeah, we're spread right out. We're against the French borders now. We do have some troops down here that we could probably move back to Australia, if I can remember where they were. You're over here. So let's go and pick you up. Now then, new places will also need to be converted. So we'll do that when it is time. Let's go ahead and get you on the boats, and you're going to drop you off with the rest of the guys over here in Australia. Good. Not a bad start so far. But what I do want to do is go to war over here with Bermanis. We have arrived. Let's make sure we've got some guys up close ready to deal with this. So, do you have any allies at the moment? You do not. They'll have a lot of buddies. Can we just declare war on them? I guess we've got imperialism, so we don't need a CB. We could do holy war, though. So, if we did imperialism, it's only 75% aggressive expansion and 75% cost to take a province. If we do show superiority, it's still only 75% aggressive expansion. We get more prestige, but they'll be more expensive to take. So I think we just go for the imperialism one. I don't think I'm actually going to put these guys in 60 stacks, but I am definitely going to assign a few more leaders to them where possible. Got some mercenary stacks here as well. Okay, so we've got a few leaders over here. Let's just go ahead and straight up declare war on them. No one's going to come in on their side, so we need to go ahead and grab some of these forts as quickly as possible. You guys need to come up and help as well. Now, they do have some ships, not many. We can nip our ships out here and attack theirs. Oh, they just managed to get through, the cheeky little gits. Well, let's go around there. Oh, Scandinavia's calling me into another war. Scandinavia is calling me into a war they have started against Russia and Austria. Do you know what? I'm going to decline it. That will break my relationship with Scandinavia, but at this point I can survive without them. I have called them into a couple of wars. They haven't been all that useful. So there isn't really a lot of point in keeping them around as an ally. Unfortunately, Mysore's about to get his arse handed to him, so I am going to go in here with some troops. We did actually win that somehow. Don't ask me how, for I have no idea. But we did win that encounter. So let's go and march in and start taking some provinces where we can. If that's how quickly their stacks are going to fall, then things are going to be good. If that's how weak their armies are. Are you coming down here to fight me? No, you're coming down here. You don't have a leader, unfortunately. Let's march you down here then, and we'll give you a leader. No, you're actually coming in here. That's fine. Well, we'll get to Mysore. And we will just stop you moving there. We will give you a leader. Give you because you've got more maneuver. You'll get back quicker. So they are being quite naughty here and doing their very best to try and yeah, we can go that way via the boats. You are being very naughty here and trying your best to sneak around my flanks. That is a little bit annoying, but do you know what? You can go over there and deal with that. Things are doing all right, you know. I'm not overly concerned right now. Definitely want to attack those guys, but they're backing off. You guys have taken a bit of a beating. Here comes in a big stack with a big general, you see. These are the ones that we need to watch out for. So I'm going to start keeping... you guys are already movement locked, which is unfortunate. Now, where are you thinking of heading? You're heading in there. So I'm going to force march straight into here. I'm not even going to hang around. If you want to go ahead and take this fight... I mean, I think I could have probably done that anyway, to be honest. Yeah, you guys can just march over there. You guys can go into that, I suppose. Actually, you're on the ships. Just come back. Just come back. It won't take us long to get these forts at all. If this is how quickly these battles are going to go, then there isn't really much of a hope for Bermanis at this point. So we're just going to continue to sort of backsiege them more than anything. Don't know how much we'll be able to take from them, but let's get over there. But yeah, even when they've got like massively higher numbers than I have, they still seem to get wrecked. They do recover their morale quite quickly, I'll give them that. They do recover their morale quite quickly, but it doesn't really help them. Let's bring the ships around here to help with this blockade. And I think we'll go ahead and spend the military points here to get the wall breach. We won against those rebels down in South America. We have a new mission. Still got a base in China. And where's Bardia? B-A-R-D... No, B-A-R-D. Bardia. It is... belonging to the Ottomans. I really can't be arsed. I mean, it's not like I couldn't beat the Ottomans at this point, but there's only you know, 60 years left of the game, so I've got to pick who I fight. I can't go to war with everybody. You are sending a group in there, which is not allowed. So, yeah, you actually backed off there when I tried to do that, didn't you? You're now trying to send in a double stack, which is a bit of a pain. You're going to move up here as well. So there's a lot of armies up here thinking about, oh god, now I'm attacking them. That's not good. You guys stop when you get there and force march the rest of the way in. We might even still win that. I mean, it's an 80 stack, which is like just huge, but we might still win it. What have we got going on now? So this is another rebellion. You guys can deal with that. You've got troops nearby. I don't need to get involved. They're throwing in another 40,000 here. We might need to call for backup. You're probably not going to get there in time, unfortunately. We're getting some bad rolls, which is not helping. We'll spend the money. Yeah, you're definitely not going to get there in time, which is unfortunate. So we actually lost that battle. You're now locked in, which is not good. Sort of overcommitted a little bit there. So that was another... well, those guys actually got completely stack wiped. We've got rebels down here that I'd prefer not to be dealing with, but that is fine. Wow, we've taken some massive losses in these battles. It's certainly true that, you know, we won these fights, but we've, wow, taken heavy losses doing so. Very heavy losses. Let's just go ahead and merc up. Because realistically, at this point, what else can we do? These armies are just getting decimated. So we need to rebuild our numbers, and we'll do it with mercenaries. And try and keep our armies relatively close together so that they can defend each other at this point. If we get an opportunity to jump in on some of their armies and get maybe an easy victory, we should. Right, you are just jumping in there with a group, which I disapprove of wholeheartedly. Let's get all you guys in over here as quick as possible. Now, will they break the siege with that other army to engage? They are doing. They're sending in like a 90k stat. That is a massive, massive fight. Let's group all you guys together. You're very weak. Let's just go ahead and do a shift consolidate. And march in with another 19k. It's probably not going to be enough. Did give us a bit of extra morale. We've got some more there as well. So let's group you together. Let's go and do another shift consolidate. Go ahead and move you in. We're just playing the game of throwing as much morale into this fight as we can. Now it does help us that they have the crossing penalty and the terrain penalty. Their lines are broken. All of the consolidations we did really helped out. And there we go. We did manage to break them. So let's group this up, split it in half. We need some of these guys to rebuild a little bit. Let's get the mercenaries up here. I mean, we've got plenty of manpower. That's not the issue here. We need our admin guy. Let's go for the yearly inflation reduction, actually. He should be fine. So they did do a fairly good job of unsieging most of their stuff. Let's go ahead and start taking some of it back. I'm sure it won't be long before we see that army return again. Because that is what they do. We should actually be under the force limit because we did... Yeah, I was going to say, we did actually... we did lose an entire stack. So it's not like we have to worry about going over the force limit. And we've got plenty of cash, so... Let's just keep building up these mercenaries. See, there's one of their armies back already. It's like, took no time at all. No time at all for that army to return. We're going to keep shift consolidating. I know it slows down the speed at which we sort of rebuild, but at the same time, we really want to be able to fight these guys off and keep them down. We're certainly losing a lot more men than they are. For some reason. But it's not going to stop me trying to take them down where we can. Okay, we've just cored a load of places. We did win that battle. Excellent. Can we do some more coring? Yes, we can. Should be some conversions to do soon as well, possibly. Right, so we've got two armies here. One of these is a fort. Let's go ahead and move another army around here. There we go. We've actually got the fort as well. These forts are all really weak. Spanish Louisiana. There we go. So I could go and pick up another 30 stack, but I think what I'm going to do is put you guys around here and we will push those ships out. In the meantime, we're going to grab the rest of these mercenaries and group them all up together. So my plan is to try and take all of this stuff and give it to Mysore. That's what we're going for here. I intend to build Mysore up and make Mysore... I mean, Mysore's already a vassal, so that's fine. Let's just go and keep doing... The reason I'm doing them now, especially any that have forts in, is because the person that occupies the fort is the one that pays the maintenance. So if you flip it over to your vassal pays the maintenance. Which is a little bit cheeky, but it works. So yeah, you guys are all together. Let's get you guys up over here. Here's another flipping thing, but you guys have enough troops around to deal with it. Do we want to take the next idea? An extra diplomatic relation? We don't really need it, but we might as well finish the idea group, I suppose. It's not like we're going to be integrating England for a while, so Not overly concerned about that. You can go up there and grab this. You move in there and grab that. We get another new mission, which is pretty much the same flipping missions that we had before. So I'm just going to go ahead and cycle them again in the hope that I'll get one that's a little bit more useful. Can you reach that? No, you cannot. Okay, that's fine then. You can probably get up to there. Now, we do have to be careful about their armies, where they are and what they are doing. Looks like they've got some problems going on up here and they're dealing with rebels. So that's why we haven't seen their armies for a few minutes, because they've been rebel smashing up there. Right, here comes in another big stack. We're actually sieging your capital. So let's just go in and move down here with this big army. Let's group you together and go and grab that fort. Move the ships into there. So this will be your big army taking a smash in. They're coming in to try and reinforce, but they're not going to get there in time. So let's go ahead and grab that. Excellent. Back to India. So yeah, you're going to try and get there, but you didn't. So I now want to move over. I'm going to shift consolidate, and I'm going to move in over here because this is your capital. And my intent... that's what you're trying to do, is it? Okay, well in that case, I'm going to come and force march down there, and these guys are going to go and move into your capital. Now this 11 stack is going to get pretty beaten on, but I think these guys will just... Yeah, they just arrived in time. Although we are still losing, despite having a couple of good rolls there. Actually, their morale should break before ours. Yep, and it does. Let's make sure we take that... let's group you together, actually. Let's take the forced march off, so that you do recover. And we can march... We can't catch you, actually. So we'll just stay there. We can start to do some conversions, so let's get working on those. Yeah, I'm not too sure how much we're going to be able to give to Mysore. We probably don't need to take all that much, really. And if I can get their capital, that'll probably be enough. So they do have a stack sitting over there. We are losing some generals, which is problematic to say the least. Although these fights are going quite well. Now, I'm not too sure where you're heading down to. You're just sort of milling around. We have won this siege here, which is great. I think I'm going to sort of come in and prepare to reinforce one of these armies if they decide to attack me again, which they might. You've got the manpower to deal with that, so I'm staying out of it. Everyone's opinion of me is changing for the positive. So yeah, these guys, they're sort of thinking about attacking somebody somewhere, but they don't really know who they want to attack and where. They have just brought one of their other big armies in over here, though. That's what you're up to, is it? You're attacking these guys there. Well, that's fine. Let us go and march through this way. Just to throw some numbers in. We're probably not going to win, but if we can keep the fight going... it means that these guys will have a bit of an easier time. That said, they do have the terrain... Oh, no, we did actually win that. I was going to say, they do have the terrain penalty and the crossing penalty. So, yeah, we're really going to have to sort these stacks out after this. Let's go ahead and just flip some of these back over to Mysore. And I really haven't worked out exactly how much of this we're going to give to Mysore. In fact, I might take this one for myself. And keep the coast. And just give Mysore the other coast. They're probably going to get some rebellions and stuff, which is very likely. We'll try and get a little bit... I mean, at the very least, we do want to take their capital. So, let's go ahead and do that. And any extra forts we can take will really speed things up. We do have their ships blocked in over here. This is potentially another fort that can fall. We've already got a wall breach, so we might as well wait for it. Their capital will fall soon. 57% chance it's going to be on this tick. There we go. They've lost their capital. So let's just have a look. If we were to sue for peace now, let's say I want to take these 2 provinces and I want to feed these ones to Mysore. That's as much as you would give. But do you know what? I think that's probably enough. So let's go ahead and send those demands. And then, yeah, we've got a lot of troops to sort out down here, ready for the next war. But let's bring everybody back. And of course, we've got some coring to do because I did take a couple of provinces here, but that is fine. So what have we got? You are definitely too big of a army, so let's split you in half. And you're too big of an army as well, so let's split you in half. And then we just need to sort of get them up to the right numbers again. Yeah, you guys have way too many men in there. Yeah, that's obviously one we're already working on, so we can go ahead and do that. So this stack, this is an 1848. That's fine. Let's go ahead and make this into... actually, let's take the mercenaries out first. Okay, let's put a few back in. Let's move all the mercenaries down here. These are... let's go ahead and just remove all of the mercs. And then we'll see what we've got without the mercs. You don't have any mercs, right? And you're a normal stack, so that's fine. You can never have too much money, which is very true. I'm going to go and start and ship some of these guys back over to the mainland, because we'll probably have another war with France before too long. So you are a 17, 3, and 6. So you are missing 1, 1, and 2. So if we go ahead and do that, then we've got a 30 stack back. Starting to make some progress now. You are a 13, 3, and 6. So you want to have both of the infantry here. And you also want to have one of the cav as well. And then the 2 cannons. And I think 3 more infantry. Colony has become self-sustaining. Excellent. So let's go ahead and start working on that one. It's all looking good. Well, it's not looking bad. So you are now the correct size group. 1848. Fantastic. We really should start building these guys up with just bigger back lines, to be fair. Let's move you over here. Now then, what about you? You're an 1848 as well. So we do have some proper 30 stacks. Separatists risen up in Illinois. That is fine. Again, you guys can deal with them. So don't have to worry about that. Still, you know, Britain's still getting some stuff over here. Convert somewhere to Protestant. I'm sure I will. So let's go ahead and do that. And yeah, we've got a 40 stack over here. These are basically all mercenaries. Let's go ahead and... Do I want to disband this mercenary company? I don't really think that I do. We'll leave these mercs here, I think, and we'll start splitting up some of the other groups. As for this group, we'll get you home and... Well, no, we'll make you up to a proper group. Let's do it bit by bit. So, first of all, let's get you some 8 cannons. But that is probably a good point to end the video. Before I do... Got an extra 2 lights here that I don't really want. I know I could just keep them, but I'm not going to bother. So let's get you guys on the ships, and we're going to get you back over to Spain. And that is where I am going to end the video. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you are still enjoying EU4 as Spain. I'll see you on the next video. And until then, goodbye for now.